Now, this is coming at a crucial time during the presidential race. So joining us this morning is attorney Eric Cedillo, clinical professor of law at SMU. Thanks for waking up early with us today.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so let's look ahead. This week, the Republican National Convention starts tomorrow. Clearly, security will be beefed up, but let's talk about any changes we might see in messaging and otherwise.
Yeah, I think initially President Trump will probably bask in his popularity that is currently probably through the roof for the next couple of days. But I would imagine as the Republican National Convention continues on through the week, we'll see surrogates kind of pushing. We've already kind of seen it on social media and other things where they talk about the rhetoric that is going on from the other side and the impact that's having on the possibility of events like this happening. It's coming from both camps. You know, we'll hear the phrase existential threat continuously, I think, throughout the week. So it's a situation wherein I think messaging will, over the next couple of 2 days, perhaps, kind of be in unification and support for the fact that the president wasn't more severely injured. And that'll probably transition over the next few days in the convention with, again, surrogates talking about what's happening and the political rhetoric that probably needs to stop.
Now, the VP pick is not often a make or break pick for a candidate, but considering the attempt on Trump's life, will there be more focus on his pick, which will be revealed, we guess, tomorrow?
Yeah, I think that pick has probably already been made for some time, and Donald Trump knows who that is going to be. I don't think that'll change so much, but certainly that's probably a factor that's been taken into consideration in terms of who might be next. Have to be somebody who would be, of course, electable from their base early on. So it's a situation where I don't think that that's changed much, but certainly the age has always been an issue for both candidates is a consideration that the vice president, whoever that might be, it's an important part of the possibility of them actually becoming president over the next 4 years. So, but I do believe that pick has already probably been made and will be announced maybe 2-3 days into the convention.
We expect that security will again be amped up as well. I know I've been to the RNC and the DNC in 2016, and there was quite a bit just to get through. I imagine it will be even more amped up in the days ahead. This is something that's, I'm sure people want to make sure they feel safe when they're attending.
Certainly. A lot of the talk has been centered around the lack of security in this particular event. I think things have become complacent. The number of course, rallies that are going on that people don't even necessarily hear about on a daily basis. There is a possibility that complacency kind of starts to set in. I think it's going to be a total shift starting tomorrow with the Republican National Convention. I'm sure security is going to be incredibly beefed up. We're going to see it continuously talked about. There'll be a number of experts coming on talking about what needs to be done. So that's one in which I think even in the rallies, we're going to start seeing a lot more heightened security.
Now, Trump's rallies are wildly popular among his supporters. So do you think he will continue to host these rallies as we move forward?
Yeah, we know who Donald Trump is, and I don't think this will tamp down anything that he's doing. If anything, it'll probably be a push towards getting out more. We may see more rallies immediately after the Republican National Convention. It's a situation where I'm sure the folks around him are saying that they need to take advantage of this particular point in time. Ultimately, he's going to again have a bounce in popularity, but we've got a few months until the actual election, and I think that this situation, of course, may be something of a factor, but not as big a factor as it currently is. So they need to, of course, take that into consideration and utilize it and get the messaging out properly over the next few days.
A lot of people will be paying attention. Thanks so much, Eric Cedillo. We appreciate your time this morning.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.